There is no drug that comes close to the power of lifestyle medicine. What we can do by adapting to Mother Nature over tens of thousands of years has made a big difference in what our health is like. And we've unfortunately gotten away from that because we've been fooled by Big Pharma into thinking that there's a drug to take care of us if we don't take care of ourselves. And while drugs may be valuable and life-saving in some situations, they're minor players compared to Mother Nature. Even our DNA is adaptable to what Mother Nature sets up. And it'll change either for the better or the worse, depending on whether or not we live a healthy lifestyle or we live one that's not. There have been some wonderful studies done by Dean Ornish, one on men who have prostate cancer that I'll review just briefly, but you can look up on the site for the details because we have many of Dean Ornish's studies. In this particular study, he took people who had Gleason 6 prostate cancers, which are very early cancers that often doctors and patients agree to wait and watch and see what happens before taking any action. And what he did in these 300 patients is he measured, by doing a biopsy, 500 oncogenes, or cancer genes, to see if they were turned on or off. And at the beginning of the study, before they did anything, all 500 cancer genes were turned on. He repeated the biopsy in 3 months, and in half of the patients, he did nothing different to them over that time, that when they re-biopsied, all 500 oncogenes were turned on. Another group, he did diet, exercise, other lifestyle changes, stress reduction, having meaningful purpose in life, meditation, and then measured the biopsies at the end of 3 months and found that most of those 500 genes were turned off. The power of what you can do by living a healthy lifestyle is profound. There are also some heart studies that were done that he's more famous for, that is Dr. Dean Ornish, and in that we all think that it's a low-fat diet that's high in complex carbohydrates that does the most to help people who have heart disease and maybe reverse it. And while part of that is true, the actual results show that when people use the words I, me, my, and mine instead of we, us, and together, the risk for heart disease goes up the most. Again, our attitude, our stress, the way we connect with nature is a huge factor. Another example that's beautiful has to do with colon cancer. We're doing colonoscopies on patients knowing that about 1 in 200 people are going to have a finding that was worthwhile to do the colonoscopy. But if we make sure vitamin D levels are high and that people are fit, that number goes up to more like 1 in 500. That brings into question whether or not a colonoscopy in people like that is even indicated. So what are our lifestyle tools that are important? We're looking at diet, food versus food products. We want to eat, if it looks like a tomato or a broccoli or a carrot, eat it. That's real food. If it comes in a package that has an ingredients list, it's something we've fiddled with, it's no longer the same, and it doesn't have the same nutritional value, and it has products that are not good for us. We should eat what Mother Nature makes, not the fast food that's on the market these days. Exercise is another really important aspect of what keeps us well. It keeps us able to adapt, to do more things, because Mother Nature gives us the flexibility of being able to adapt with bigger muscles, bigger brains, bigger hearts, bigger lungs, whatever we want to work on, she complies with our wishes. It also helps with detoxification. By sweating, when we exercise, we lose a lot of those toxins that are stored in our fats that otherwise will stay there for decades in some cases. Sleep, another huge factor. Without sleep, we can't restore. And if we can't restore, the chances are that our body won't be able to repair itself, particularly when it's challenged. Stress speaks for itself. Low stress is what we need to have over the long haul. And we can do a lot to reduce stress if we take action about seeking help for what our specific problems are. And there are many areas on the site that talk about the various ways that you could do that. We should worry about getting away from environmental toxins. They cause a lot of problems with inflammation, as do all these factors. It's diet, exercise, stress reduction, weight, environmental toxins that all cause inflammation of the body, and inflammation is what the bottom line is in causing chronic diseases. So that we can either face the inflammation before it happens by respecting lifestyle, or deal with the consequences of chronic disease and then result on drugs, technologies, surgeries to try and get us back into shape. So don't fall for Big Pharma's lies. They're not like the Greyhound bus company that says, leave the driving to us. And at the same time, don't throw out Big Pharma. In certain cases, Big Pharma's stuff is life-saving. We want to get the best of both worlds, but we don't want to be hoodwinked into thinking that the only way to go is to rely on pill power.